What's cracking, Jack? It's Sunday, January 4th, and you're in the jungle. 8 games on tap in the association. I've got them all for you. Let's go. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. I'm going to break down all 8 games in the NBA and give you my best side or total and player prop for each one of those games. Now, a reminder, I don't bet every single game. I'm very selective. If you want to bet just what I'm betting, there's 2 ways to do that. First is to purchase my $5 favorite. And for just $5 and no further obligation, you get my best bet of the day text to your phone. The second way is to become a jungle member. And as a member, for as little as 62 cents a day, you get my full betting card sent to your phone every single morning. You also get access to our members-only Discord and a direct line to me if you'd like me to opine on any other bet that you are considering placing. We have a free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin and see if it's for you. Both of those links, $5 favorite and to become a member, will be in the comment section. Today's video is brought to you by mybookie.ag. Guys, you should have as many sports books as allowed in your state. If you don't, you're leaving money on the table. MyBookie.ag is legal in all 50 states, and they have a deal for jungle viewers. Open up a new account today on MyBookie.ag using promo code SILVERBACK. And if your first bet doesn't hit, it's refunded up to $500. So yesterday was a weird one. We had 2 bets void. We had Wembanyama points, he didn't play, and we had Jaime Jaquez, pardon me, the Heat over points, and he got hurt in the second quarter, and that bet voided on most books. I bet it on DraftKings, it voided. We hit on Tyrese Maxey over PRA. We hit on Isaiah Collier over assists. We missed on Clippers money line. They got pounded by the Celtics. We missed on Kawhi PRA, and we missed on Colin Murray-Boyles over rebounds for the Raptors. Today's quest begins in Cleveland. Pistons catching 4.5 points, taking on the Cavs, the over-under, 237.5. Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris sidelined for Detroit, but I think that 4.5 points is too many to give the best team in the East. They have a better record on the road at 12-6 than Cleveland does at home, 13-8. Take the 4.5 points with the East top team and look for Cade Cunningham to get some work done here. I would look at his over 37.5 points and assists. Pacers plus 6.5 at Orlando. The over-under is 227.5. Pacers, the lowest scoring team in the NBA, not named the Brooklyn Nets. They're 1-15 on the road straight up, and they've lost 11 straight games. Orlando's a very good home team. They are 11-5 straight up at home. I would lay the points with the Magic, and I'd look at Anthony Black of Orlando over 23.5 points plus assists. He has a median of 28 points and assists over his last 5 games, and Jalen Suggs is out again today. Means more minutes and more usage for Anthony. Denver minus 2.5 at Brooklyn. The over-under is 224.5. Aaron Gordon, Christian Brown should be returning for the Nuggets, and I think this number is short. These 2 returning should spark this team. That is the highest scoring team in the association. They average 124.6 points per game. Brooklyn scores the least amount of points in the NBA. I know the Joker is out, but there's a point differential here offensively and how much they score of 14 a game. I would take the Nuggets minus the 2.5 and consider AG, Aaron Gordon, over 13.5 points in his return. Pelicans plus 7.5 at Miami. The over-under 244.5. Miami on the second day of a back-to-back after losing by 10 to the Wolves yesterday. New Orleans has lost 5 straight games and failed to cover the spread in 4 of them. I would lay the number with the Heat at home, but I would take Zion Williamson of the Pelicans over 24.5 points. It's being worked back into the starting lineup. In his last 3 games, he's had at least 31 points in all of them. Minnesota minus 9.5 at Washington. The over-under 235.5. We're going Washington team total under 112.5. Minnesota allows just 114 points per game to opponents, and the Wizards don't do well against top 10 defenses, of which the Wolves are a card-carrying member. The game total hit the under. Sorry, I'll say that again. Let me start that over. The total of under hit in 7 of the Wizards' last 9 games against top 10 defenses, but I don't trust Washington on the defensive end to keep Minnesota from scoring. So instead of looking at the game total, we're going to look at the Wizards team total under 112.5. OKC minus 9.5 at Phoenix. Over under 229.5. This is the 3rd time they're meeting this year. The first 2 were in Oklahoma City, and the spreads in that game were 14.5 and 15.5. OKC covered once. Now, this is a big drop here to 9.5. But the reason is that the Suns are a very good home team against the spread. Their last 17 home games, they're 13-4 against the number. I would take the 9.5 with the Suns on the home court, and I would look at Colin Gillespie of Phoenix over 4.5 assists. He's been over this in 5 straight games with a median of 6 assists and 13 potential assists per game. Milwaukee minus 6.5 at Sacramento over under 228.5. Sacramento has a point differential of a league worst minus 12 per game. The Bucks are a different team with Giannis in the lineup. They've won 3 of their last 4. I would lay this 6.5 with Milwaukee, and I would consider Ryan Rollins of the Bucks over 20.5 points and assists. In the last game today, we're looking at Memphis plus 5.5 at the Lakers over under 240.5. The Grizzlies have lost 3 straight games and failed to cover the spread in all those. These two teams just played 2 days ago in LA, same venue, and the Lakers won by 7. I think they'll win by at least 6 again today. So I lay the points, and I would consider Jake LaRavia of the Lakers over 11.5 points. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Let me know your favorite plays of the day in the comment section. And I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.